Morning guys, this is Chico with He Provides Homestead. It is the first day of spring. Yay! You don't know, spring is like a long lost friend. I have missed her so much, but she's here today. And we got some things to do on the homestead today, and I want to share you a little bit about it. So I'll kind of go in and out. I'll do a little bit, and I'll probably use this camera and my iPhone. I need a good selfie stick. I know nobody wants to be up this close to me, but I bought a cheap one at Dollar Tree, and it might have been worth $1, but it wasn't worth any more than that. So hopefully I'll buy one today maybe. So some of the things that we're going to do today, we got to carry out the compost. Chickens aren't here yet. Worms get some of it, but they don't eat all that we generate. The chickens will though. There'll be very little that the chickens won't eat, I'm sure. We haven't got that squared away yet, but we're gaining. So I'm carrying the compost out. I'll show you a little bit about our compost bins here in just a second. But I want to go here too. This is what I'm going to get started on here in just a few minutes. If you can see here, sorry, there's one of our beds. There's another one. There's a really small bed made out of an old semi wheel. This bed is really just full of compost, and we're going to move all the compost out, and then we're going to put soil in it and add some compost back, and we're going to plant this year. And here's a big long one we made, and you can see right over here our topsoil. So what I'm doing is, if you notice, these all have straw on them. Some have wood chips and leaves. And I'm going to start prepping the beds today. As you can see, it's gray sky, kind of a gloomy day. So we want to get some outside work, some prep work done before the rains come. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. And then when it rains this afternoon, of course, any homestead, there's things to do on the inside. And if you're a YouTuber, there's always something to edit, something to upload, those kind of things. So let me show you our compost bins. There's 1, 2, 3. Those are all made from recycled pallets, or just pallets that we've picked up that someone was going to throw in a dumpster, and we don't like that. We don't like the landfill to be filled with stuff that is absolutely reusable. And on the homestead, you know as well as I know, maybe even better than I know, that we need to keep our costs down. So anytime I can use discarded items to get our homestead up and running and where it needs to be, I'm all about it. So just want to give you a little showdown of the morning chores. And even though these are kind of rough looking, I'm pretty proud of them. So I'll come back a little bit later and show you some more stuff. Talk to you soon. So I probably didn't do a very good job explaining what I'm going to do about prepping the beds. Our homestead, the land I'm sitting on, is all backfill. It's riprap, it's gravel, it's clay, it's even blacktop. So it's not really conducive for growing plants. So we started a year ago, about a year and a half ago, building raised beds, and we're going to build more this year, and we'll take you along for that adventure as well. But we started raising beds, and we got some dirt hauled in, but it wasn't enough. So we used the back to Eden method in the fall to work the soil that we had. So what we're going to do is, today we're going to start pulling off all the wood chips, all of the straw, the old hay, everything that we've got on top. We're going to pull it all off. We're going to pile it up because we're going to use it. We don't waste anything here. And we're going to take some of the topsoil that I showed you earlier, and we're going to fill the beds up with that topsoil. And then the bed that I showed you that was all compost, we will work that compost in when we get the beds almost all the way full. So then when we're ready to plant into it, it's going to be ideal planting. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to do some raking, I'm going to do some pitchforking, and if the rain holds off, I'm also going to do some shoveling and some wheelbarrowing of some topsoil. So that's what we've got going on right now. And I want to ask you too, I know we're kind of in the middle of a video maybe, and who knows, this could literally be the end of it. It could start raining any minute. But we've got a horrible mold problem here. And there's so many trails that I don't know if we've got 1 or 1,000. I don't know where they're at, and I don't really know where to start. We've done a little research. I need to do a lot more, but I'm kind of counting on you guys. Can you give us tips in the comment section below, your experiences with getting rid of molds? Any suggestions, any ideas, any way that you can help us with this problem, we'd greatly appreciate it. So if the rain holds off, we'll be back in a little while. If the rain doesn't hold off and it starts raining, that'll probably be the end of today's this segment of video anyway. And if it is the end, we pray that you watch our videos. If you like them, we pray that you share them and tell other people about them. If you don't like us, like our videos, please comment in the sections below and tell us what you don't like, what you think we can do better. We are open to constructive criticism, and we'd like to hear from you. So please subscribe if you like what we're doing, if you want to learn with us, if you want to witness our successes and our failures together. Come along for this ride. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. And Godspeed, and we'll talk to you soon. By George, I am back. At my age, you need breaks a little more frequently than what I used to. What you see there is my sister-in-law back in the fall gave us some potted plants she had hanging on her front deck. So we recycled them, and we're going to reuse the pots. And this was the mix that was in the bottom. So we reused it. We used it to cover up one of the beds, and we'll probably still yet find a use for it. Here's what I was talking about on our beds. I pulled all the wood chips off of this one. This one's ready to plant. We're going to plant through that bit of wood chips that's on top into the soil, and then but we're also going to work in a little bit of compost. This bed here is also ready to plant. We're going to add in a little bit of soil to it, even it out, and then we'll add in the compost on the top as well. This bed is not. This bed, when we built this bed and put it in, we had almost no soil. So it's only got maybe an inch or two of soil at the bottom, and that is all wood chips. So we're going to dig that back. There's quite a bit of, probably 6-8 inches that we're going to dig back, and then we're going to take from that pile of topsoil, fill it up to about 80%, and then we're going to take topsoil or compost out of this bin or this bed and put it in there, and then it'll be ready to plant. It's a little more work intensive, but it's the right thing to do. And all along since we started this project, this lifestyle, we make do with what we have. Sometimes it saves us money and time, sometimes it saves us money but adds a little more work on the end. This bed that you're looking at, that is just beautiful, beautiful topsoil, or compost. Sorry for all the mix-ups today. That's compost. Way back last July, a friend of ours has kids in 4-H, and he brought us a trailer load of rabbit manure and wood shavings, and we put it all in here. And as the season progressed, we put in squash and pumpkins and different things like that, and it all broke down. In fact, we put in a 80-pound Big Max pumpkin, and it broke it down in like 6 days. It was an amazing thing. But that is all top-notch compost, and we're going to work it into these other raised beds, and we're going to dig it all out of here, and then we're going to take that topsoil and we're going to fill this bed about 80% up, and we'll work topsoil back into it. That galvanized tub that you see, we're going to make a raised bed out of it as well, along with that steel wheel. That steel wheel, we're going to put probably this butterfly bush there, so that it'll attract butterflies and bees right into our garden. But this, we're going to make a raised bed out of it, and not sure yet what we'll plant in it, but I'm going to do a video. We're going to make a raised bed out of this, and we're going to put holes in the bottom without using a cordless drill. I just think it'll be fun, so I'll let you know when that happens. This bed here, when we started it, it was full of soil, and we took and we did the Back to Eden method. And then we were blessed with a ton of old hay, so we covered it with hay as well. I should rake, by the time I get the hay raked back, this bed should be ready to plant as well. And right there, I'm a little impressed. We bought this. That is a gooseberry bush. We bought it early last season, and it didn't do squat. In fact, I thought it was just going to die. So we left it over the winter time, and it looks like it's coming back. Who knows, it might wind up to be a great thing. And there, I think it's a yucca, I'm not certain, but I picked up some free chain link fence from a gentleman in Orleans recently, and he had cut that out and just threw it on the ground. He dug it out and threw it on the ground. And I asked him if I could take it with me, and I just stuck it in this topsoil. We'll see if it makes it, yeehaw. If it doesn't, it'll go right over there in the compost bins. So thanks for watching. We're going to wrap it up. The winds are picking up. The rain looks like it's getting closer, so we're going to go inside. We'll probably plant some seeds inside today, and it will probably be boring, mundane work, so I probably won't shoot a video. But we'll go inside and we'll do some stuff like that. Tend to the red wigglers that we have, plant some seeds, upload a video, edit, you know, the life of a vlogging homesteader. So we thank you for coming along on this journey. We thank you for watching our videos, and Godspeed to you and yours.